Welcome to Grenada. What in the world are we doing in Grenada? Stick around and find out.
Well, hello everybody. We have a different series of videos for you. Typically our YouTube videos are on aviation, but if you look at it this way, some of the literature we've had to read we've had books for months.
Yeah.
And so some of the books we've had to read, the sail of a sailboat is actually functions just like the wing of an airplane.
Provides some lift.
Yeah.
That's why you can sail upwind.
Yeah, it's the only way you can sail upwind.
Yeah.
And so it's actually even called an airfoil. So we're kind of in the same family.
There you go.
Yeah, so that
We're still
works.
dealing with the wind.
Yeah, you still got to deal with the wind. So
It'll be
anyway.
a little bit slower.
A little bit is an understatement.
That's it.
It's going to be a lot slower.
But we are excited to begin, and hopefully you'll stick around and kind of watch the videos. And
yeah, I mean, as you know, we call ourselves the journey and the destination, and I think even in our comments, it's by land, sea, or air. So anyway, stick with us. Enjoyed our adventures, and hopefully maybe we can inspire somebody to either fly or sail.
that's right. Okay, we're doing this. We're in the marina. We have the charter company's dinghy. We're going to Provision at the supermarket, and well, we have to duck. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna go, there's a big container ship, big ship right there. We'll go kind of behind it, there's a dinghy dock, and we'll provision.
The IGA stores seem to be one of the largest of the supermarkets around, and they usually have a pretty good selection, but it really depends on which day of the week and whether or not the container ships have come through with a load of fresh produce and grocery items. So what we discovered is in Grenada, you tend to have to go to 2, most likely 3 different grocery stores to get all of your needs. Fortunately, this was not a long charter, so we were able to just kind of get some basic provisioning for us to set out so we could have some food and snacks to eat, and we're going to probably eat out on a few meals as well. So we figured we'd be okay and not stock up too heavily, but just enough to kind of get us going and along our way. Walking back from the IGA, we thought we could see the ground moving, and well, it was. It is just littered with hundreds of these crabs.
This is the boat Janis and I are taking out on ourselves today. It's a 41-foot Leopard, and it is the 3-cabin model. So we have this whole port cabin, and then actually those are the 2 guest cabins, and then we have the whole starboard cabin. So a little dinghy. This boat is Red Robin. So here's the outside dining area. Coming up to our helm station. We only have 2 winches. This one's manual and this one's electric, but all of our lines are well labeled, so that'll be all right. There's GPS and our wind direction with all of the lines. What's different about this boat that we really like over the Fountain Peugeot that we were on is it has the door coming out the front as well, and your chain locker and everything's accessible from down here. So if you're in some rough seas, you can kind of sit right there and hoist or lower your anchor. So there's a few things about this one we like better. Obviously the other one was a lot more luxurious looking, but there's some things on this we really like. So it's just all about trying different boats and seeing what works for us. So coming in, this is the galley. We actually took their dinghy because all the food stores were closed on Sunday except for one. So they gave us directions on how to get to it, and they gave us a dinghy real quick so we could go provision the boat. We're not going to be on it that long, so it wasn't that big a deal. I'll just kind of show you. This is the...
We got all that put away. Found places for all of that, and going up our water bottle.
We're going to be about ready to head out. So this is the port side. This is a cabin. Now what's nice about this, it has a little area up there, like if you got kids, you could put your child or your dog up there, which is kind of nice. And then this one's actually a shared head between the two cabins. And then this is the aft stateroom. Nice size bed. Not as many areas for storage as at 47, but like I said, 5-6 feet makes a huge difference on a boat. We're keeping all of this closed up so we can only cool the areas we're going to be in. So we'll take you down to our cabin. This is on the starboard side. So kind of like the Fountain Peugeot, it has quite a bit of storage, as you see. Nice berth in the back that you can kind of get around the edges a little bit. And a little bit smaller shower area and head. It's all kind of encompassed. And here's our sink right here. So anyway, hello everybody. We are about ready to set off on our adventure, just Janis and I alone. We hope Nico taught us everything we need to know.
All right, Ron's got the helm, taking his own out, getting his own out into open water.
We'll try not to run into this big thing.
I know, look at that.
Janis and I just motored up to Grand Mall Bay where we would finish provisioning, and then we're going to take a little tour of Grenada. We got someone going to deliver us a little scooter, and we're going to drive around the island a little bit and check it out. Our route along the coastline of Grenada to Victoria, where they make Juve chocolate at the Diamond Chocolate Factory, was filled with just wonderful, breathtaking views all along our route.
In 200 meters, turn left.
Well, as typical in the Caribbean, pop-up rain showers happen all the time. So we had to postpone our tour for a little bit. So we decided we'd just tour around on the inside of the factory and do a little sample tasting and maybe buy a few chocolate bars for our sail the next day.
All right, here we go, 100%. Here it is. The 100%.
5% chocolate.
All right, it's going to be not sweet. What I expected, kind of bitter. This is 60%. So this should be a lot sweeter. That's good. It's real good. And since Grenada is the spice island, they put, this one has ginger, and this one has nutmeg.
So this is the cocoa. They're all the same, but they're in different sizes.
Ginger.
Different prices.
Oh, that's really good. Nutmeg.
Then you have the single, which is one big piece.
I don't like the nutmeg. Nutmeg's really strong.
Then you have the double. I'm on Chocolate Factory. I am Navin, and I'll be a tour guide for the next 5 to 10 minutes. So for today, we'll begin to tour you the fields. So right this way. Anyone know what they're standing on?
The shells of the nutmeg.
Yes, so this will be the husk of nutmeg, and this is a Pullman burglar alarm. So the local farmers will place nutmeg shells in the fields or in the garden just in case someone is trying to sneak up on them. The shells are cracking and they can look at the person really fast. In my hand, this is called a cocoa, and there are actually 3 different types of cocoa on the island. This is the first type, which is called the Forestario. So it starts off green. When it is fully developed, it turns bright yellow. This is what the cocoa looks like on the inside.
Nice.
Anyone wants to try?
I want to try it.
So just take a bean, suck on it, no biting, no chewing.
Just suck it.
Yes. It's very fruity. Want to try as well?
I'll try.
So remember, just suck on it, no biting, no chewing.
Looks like oysters.
So the white stuff everyone was sucking on, this is called the pulp. We'll ferment the pulp by adding the beans inside of a wooden box for 7 days so that it can sweat and runs off like alcohol. This is the first step in making chocolate, which is called the fermentation process. So this is a cinnamon tree, and we get cinnamon from the bark. So we'll remove the bark, we'll sun dry it. The bark will start crawling on its own, and this is where we get the cinnamon sticks. Anyone know what the cinnamon leaf smells like?
Yeah.
Cinnamon. Anyone wants to smell the leaves?
Sure.
There you go, so you guys will pass it around.
Smells like cinnamon.
Any questions?
We dry it.
We already dried. We ferment it. Anyone know what the third stage may be? We can either salt the beans,
Sort it.
we can either roast it, or we can either grind it. What you guys think?
Sort it first.
Yes. So the third stage is actually a sorting process. So we'll go to the third stage, which is the sorting process, and I'll explain what we do inside there.
And rinse stuff.
So this is the third stage in making chocolate, and this is called the sorting area. So in this room, we do 2 different types of sorting. We start with the bean sorter at the back, and the bean sorter will give us the different sizes in the beans so that it can be easier when we are roasting. For example, we do not roast a size 2, which is the smallest, and the size 5 together, which are the largest, simply because the 2 will roast faster and the 5s will burn.
Yeah.
Any questions? After we machine salt, we'll do a hand inspection on the table. This is where we check to see if there is any broken beans, any fine stone sticks we want to remove. The good ones, which are these, will be bagged, and the broken ones will go back to the field to make compost manure.
Okay.
Anyone know what is on the inside of a cocoa bean?
Never seen inside one.
Gotcha. Inside of a cocoa bean, we have something called the cocoa nibs. So this will be the nibs.
Oh.
So this will be the nibs, and this will just be the broken shell.
We have any back in front.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Anyone wants to try the nibs?
I want to try one.
Gotcha. You may not like it, but
it's gonna be awful bitter, isn't it?
extremely bitter.
Let's take one piece.
Anyone else want to try?
I might as well. I know what it's gonna taste like, but
dark.
Yeah.
You from Trinidad? Gotcha.
Mmm,
Everybody's from Trinidad.
very, just like cocoa powder.
The accent is nice and unique. Any questions?
You can't eat plenty of it.
Pretty bitter.
Yeah, you can eat plenty of it. After the beans have been well salted, we add the beans to the hopper, and the hopper sends the beans to the roaster. The beans roast for 45 to 1 hour long by the different sizes. From the roaster, it goes to a fan, which is called the cooler, and this is what cools off the beans. From the cooler, it goes to the grind machine at the back, which is a winnower, and the winnower is a machine that separates the shell from the nibs. So when everyone goes inside, this is the hopper. On your right, you'll see the roaster and the cooler, and to your far left, you'll get to see the winnower. So everyone can take turns and go have a look. Right? So after we get the shell from the nibs, we add the nibs to the machine on the right with the funnel. This is called the nib grinder. This is what grind the nibs and convert it into the paste. After we get the paste, we'll add it to the mixers, which is also on to the right, and we'll mix the paste with 100% organic cane sugar according to the percentage we are making. For example, we have the 100%, which contains no sugar. The 60s are the sweetest with 40%, and we have the 70s, which will be 30%, and the 75, which will be 25% sugar. Any questions? No. From the mixers, it goes to the machine straight ahead with the rollers. This is called the refining machine. This is what refines the mixed paste 5 times so that it can come nice and smooth. From the refining machine, it goes to the machine on the left, which is called the conch. What the conch does, it lets all the refined paste sits in it for 72 hours while storing it on the heat so we can evaporate the acid from the chocolate. From the conch, it goes to a room at the back, which is called the catamaran area, and this is where we add the flavors like nutmeg, ginger, the roasted coconut, and black pepper is actually the vine. From the vine, you'll get a pod. Inside of the pod, you'll get your black pepper. We have heliconia. We have heliconia, also known as the bird of paradise, which will be a decorative flower. We have vanilla, which is growing on the wall. The vine will also produce a pod. From the pod, you'll extract and you'll get your vanilla flavors. These are some of the materials from the water wheel from the 1774. We have an avocado tree, which is located above. Underneath the avocado, we have the pomegranate. At the back of the pomegranate, we have a red fuzzy stuff, which is called annatto, also known as ruku, which is a natural food coloring. So you can use it to dye your hair, as well as add it to your food and clothing. And one of the food that contains annatto is actually cheddar cheese. So cheddar cheese gets its orange color from annatto, while the Trinidadians use it and add it to the sauce. Any questions, anyone? No. So this is the end of the tour. Thank you guys for coming.
After our tour, we asked our guide where a good place to go eat would be, and he recommended Kelly's Hot Spot in Guave, Grenada. So we made the short ride down along the coastline to Guave and had just some good local cuisine.
It's going down there to the main road, huh?
Yeah. Queen Street.
Well, you let me know when you see a street sign, because I hadn't seen one yet.
I know it.
Right there.
Oh, it's
There it is, right there on the left.
We're here.
Abay from Silver District, at least extra big. So we have, so this is fish with fries and salad, or chips and salad. This is chicken with chips and salad, or fries and salad. Then we have the roti di wrap. Yes, it's something like the taco, but it's softer because it's peas. You fry up with peas and all.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And inside of it you get chicken with potatoes, beef with the potatoes and all the local spices and seasoning. Fish also, so you have 3 different ones. You have fish, you have chicken, you have beef.
Okay.
And then here we have a dish, which is interesting. It's a meal cooked, everything cooked and grown in Grenada.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very local. It's we have the rice with peas in it, red beans and rice we have today. So you have a little red beans and rice. You have the provision, which is the hard vegetable, sweet potato, green banana, all the hard vegetables. So we have that. Then we have the sides. A little callaloo, a little pork choy, a little pumpkin, all cooked as sides, right?
Okay.
Then you have 3 choices of meat. We have the fish, we have the chicken, and we have pork. So you could choose any one.
All right.
Let me try the wrap.
Okay.
You think?
You want what you gonna have in it?
The beef wrap.
The beef, right? So the beef is boneless, the fish is boneless, but the chicken has bone. So we use the chicken wing.
Okay.
The upper part of the wing, it's easy to just take your knife and just take it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want 1 beef?
1 beef?
All right. So I'm gonna have the local, the fish.
With the vegetables, a little of all the vegetables.
Which one? Do I choose one or do I choose?
Yeah, you could choose. You could, if you want to.
Can I try a little of all?
Yes, for the vegetables, you try a little of them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You see that it's done Grenada with, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And more traditionally, where the parents taught us how to cook from the gas.
Sounds good.
They're different from the hotel.
Okay.
How they prepare it in the hotel.
Okay.
So you're going to do the fish, right?
I want the fish.
And this is the fishing village. That's yacht, and it's a fishing village on the island.
Okay.
The first fishing village.
We saw them when we went.
So then over
We
there,
saw them all coming in, and we saw them. Yes.
so fish meal.
So what do you think of yours, Ron?
Really, really good. It's kind of like a beef stew in a wrap. Well, let me phrase it. Spicy beef stew in a wrap. It's really good.
Well, I had a little of this hot sauce right here. It's very, very hot. I tried it. And mine is really good. The fish is kind of a common fish, but it's good.
After having a wonderful local cuisine lunch at Kelly's Hot Spot in Guave, we once again went along the coast, and then as we got close to Grand Mall Bay, we decided to take a quick detour over to Willis to go visit the Annadale Waterfall and Forest Park. After visiting the falls, it was a short ride back on the scooter from Willis, Grenada, along the mountain route, on down towards St. George's, and then from there we headed back north up to Grand Mall Bay, where we will get ready for our sail for tomorrow up to Carriacou.